International Women's Day, not just to women but also to men and others who are standing right next to them, supporting them, celebrating their successes with same energy and excitement. So special kudos to them also on this International Women's Day. Do you know what is the theme of this year's International Women's Day? Theme is Embrace with Equity. Now, what is equity? Is it same like equality? The answer is no. Most of the time this gets misinterpreted and it's very difficult to explain, but I'm here to simplify. So let's simplify with an example. There are two kids. Both of them are hungry and you want to give fruits to both of them. What you do is you go ahead, pick 2 apples and give to both the kids. But one of the kid is allergic to apple. What happens to him? He will fall sick. But in your mind, you are treating them equally, right? That's equality. On the contrary, there is another way of handling this situation. That's equity. What you do is you understand individuals' need and accordingly provide them support and guidance. So in this case, the child who is allergic to apples should be given banana or any other fruit which suits him. This is all about equity. So let's embrace equity. Wondering why are we only talking about International Women's Day and not about artificial intelligence? There is a reason for it. This year I have been fortunate enough to be interviewed by NBS News and wanted to show you footage from that where I spoke about biasness in AI. Because in order to embrace equity, you need to understand what is the biasness that gets inculcated in AI model and accordingly what are the things that we could do. So take a look.
Good morning. Good to have you with us on this Wednesday. I'm Joe Fryer in New York.
And I'm Zinklea Samoa in Washington, D.C. And today is International Women's Day, and we're taking a closer look at the discrimination women face in the tech industry. According to a 2019 UNESCO report, only 12% of artificial intelligence researchers are women, and the lack of women in artificial intelligence has a profound impact on how equitably the technology is designed. Joining us now to discuss this is Transformation and Continuous Improvement Manager and AI speaker, Sarika Hussain. Thank you so much for being with us. So first off, equitable design is just so important. So what are some of the biases we see in AI systems, and how has that resulted in discrimination against women specifically?
Yeah, so when it comes to AI, basically, and the biasness in the system, there are basically 2 or 3 things that the way in which it can get inculcated. But at a human level, when we talk about biasness, it's conscious and unconscious, with conscious being the deliberate effort and unconscious is something unintentional. But when it comes to artificial intelligence, it's completely a different ballgame. We have like the training data, basically the data on which these AI model works. And most of the data is captured from all the different devices like your CCTV cameras, sensors, and all. So if your devices are not perfect and not capturing right information, so your data is corrupted. The second one is underrepresented, and it calls for definitely women discrimination. That's something which gets introduced here. The reason for that is because in the real world itself, we have underrepresented data. And also when we build AI model, these data points gets ingested, and whatever historical mistakes we have done in past definitely shows up in your AI model. Another one is when it comes to AI, then we tend to settle for shortcuts because I understand it's not an easy thing to convert human behavior, which is like your entire subjective and an abstract thing, into numbers. It's difficult. So when we do multiple iterations while building model, we tend to settle at a stage which is earlier than expected, and that's again a way how it gets introduced.
Yeah, and
Amplification of data
Sarika,
is
I mean,
another one.
sorry to cut in, Sarika, but to that end, you're talking about underrepresented data and so many of these issues in AI. How do we eliminate these types of bias in artificial intelligence?
Yeah, so in order to kind of eliminate this, one is definitely whenever you sign off for any AI model, you need to critically evaluate those models and see if it matches with your expectations. And the other thing is data. I already mentioned, use correct data and enough amount of data. So the underrepresentation, as I mentioned, that cannot be used as it is. And more to it, nowadays, we have to do things ethically. And some positive news here, like now we have standards. So in 2022, we have now ISO standards 23053, which talks about frameworks of AI systems in machine learning. We have another one, 23894, which talks about guidance to risk management. So basically, these are also some of the toolkits which you already have, or a guiding path through which you can actually eliminate bias in the system.
Yeah, building ethically and equitably. Sarika Hussain, thank you so much.
Hope that was informative to all of you as well, and this will help you actually ethically build models in coming days and inculcate responsible AI. With that, me, Sarika Hussain, signing off for today. Have a good day.